Wolfgang, where you at, man?
Big homie CC, bro, you're wrong. You know you're in this episode of You Know You're Wrong, and I ain't did one of these in a minute, but I gotta call Big homie CC to the table. Yo, bro, you wrong. You wrong it in two left shoes. Let me just start it off like this. Big homie CC, I was actually at the location that Big homie CC made some, I'll just say some defamatory, false light statements in a recent interview he just did with, who was this guy? For Show TV. Now I remember this guy from somewhere, but you know, y'all can go check out the interview. This guy interviewed Big homie CC, said his first interview for 2026, and the title talks about Jaguar Wright, Drake, Trump, etc. Now I go into the part where he mentions Jaguar Wright. So he start off, you know, saying he did work for her. He tried to help her out. He hooked her up with several different platforms that wanted to pay her. And then his verbiage after that was she traded on everybody. And he don't speak to Jaguar. I haven't spoke to her. Now, this is the funny part. Number one, I've always kind of looked at Big homie CC like, okay, dude seems pretty knowledgeable. He is, you know, maybe he's one of the trustworthy ones. But after this interview, nah, bro, nah, man. Number one, you did not hook her up. I was there, bro. I was there. And shout out to Stacy. That's a bit, Crip Mac's dad. He was there. Shout out to him. I'm gonna go chop it up with him more in detail about this because I'm actually gonna pull receipts. Jag was there at the Look Who's TV situation. You invited her there and she pulled up. And I was there. But no, you did not start off lie number one. You didn't hook her up with several different platforms. That's a lie. Then you said something to the effect that she was rubbing up on you or all up on you. What? Let me show y'all some pictures. Jag was there. Here's a few pictures of Jag, and Big homie CC. So the homie that's on the far left, his name is Jag. He's from LA. Jag is cool, and Jaguar and Jag were cool. Jag put him up on some information, and you know, talked to him real briefly about some stuff, and they had some, you know, it was good information, and that's what I think what goes on when you meet up with people, you trade information. There was a situation though where Big homie CC said something to the effect that Jaguar was in the, what is it? What did he say? He said she was in the parking lot. His exact words were, oh, well, first off, let me pull this back real quick. He said she was choosing heavy, very hard. Her husband at the time storms into the room and snatches her cell phone and runs out. She gets up chasing after him, and now this is going on, bro. She chases him out the door, and they're having Mortal Kombat in the parking lot of Look Who's studio. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go get verification from a few people. It was Jag. It was a bunch of people there. Jag was there And she graced y'all with coming through. She wasn't even supposed to be sitting in this interview with y'all that y'all have her sitting down in. No, bro, she wasn't choosing heavy. She wasn't touching up on you. These are still images, and I have video. And yeah, nah, bro, none of that happened. And none of the parking lot, in her, he said husband. I think he was referring to me because I was there, but I'm not her husband. And no, I didn't take her phone. And no, there was no situation in the parking lot. All those people that were there were a lot of individuals there recording. Do you think if that incident happened the way it happened, like no one would have recorded that? Yeah, man, you big homie CC, the CC must stands for cuz capping. Cuz my thing is, man, I said, okay, you lost all credibility with me. Just with this one interview, I said, oh yeah, he part of them. And then I'll say you're part of them, even in the wake of the situation with you pulling her to the side and saying, oh yeah, Rock Nation is going to sue you. Because that happened. I was there when you told her that. And she's like, sue me for what? And then boom, next thing you know, there's a picture. In fact, the picture, not a picture that I took, because I just showed y'all the pictures I took. This is a picture of Jaguar and big homie CC at this is the only time they met. At this location. It's in the lawsuit, the Diddy lawsuit with Ashley Parham. I find that very interesting. That's why I'm saying you're one of those. You're one of them. I mean, you were having antics with Whack 100. All that was sus. But this right here, this interview, very sus. I'll say it like this. I was there. All this, what he's talking about, lies. And prove me wrong, bro. Because like I said, I was there. You're lying and you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're hella wrong. You know you're wrong. Look, man, you like, y'all really got to see this interview, but really you don't, because it's like, let's go ahead and just take this dude off the whole little situation. This dude is not credible. And I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna get into the legalities of things. And I see how you're playing. You did not mention my name. You know who I am. You've called me and you said, oh yeah, Jaguar needs to be up under me. I'm like, well, what is that supposed to mean? You offered her to go to Mexico with you and film some shit with who's the one young lady? I forgot her name. Some Latina, some white girl, on victims and how they get trafficked. Y'all know what I'm saying. He offered to do all that, and she was open to doing it. I said no. I was like, nah, that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. You did offer that, but then you also, we got a question. How did she get into this lawsuit? You told her Rock Nation is gonna sue you. You said this. And the picture, the only time she ever met you is in this lawsuit, and your name is in it too. Well, there's a lot of questions. We got to start really looking into what's really going on with big homie Cuz capping, because there's a lot that we got to really start looking into. A lot of these online characters. You got close to Jag so that you could get your weight up. We already know what you're on. You're doing your internet tour, and you're trying to get your weight up. You're a conspiracy theorist. You got this. Shout out to all the stuff you got going. But bro, you're wrong, and you're lying. So when you said the husband at the time and all that storms out the room, snatches the cell phone, I'm gonna look into the legalities of kind of what's going on, because that's borderline false light. It's borderline defamation on my end. And you got my number. You can call me, because we can talk about this. But I'm gonna look into the legalities of what you said. You straight up lied about the Jaguar situation. So let's just get that straight. You lied. So your credibility, done. But you can call me because we can get all that other stuff taken care of straight now. I'm going to holler at some of my OGs and, just get more information about you, because I honestly think you're one of them. And you know what I'm talking about. You're one of them. No disrespect, but you know what it is. Your credibility is shot. So we see how everything laid out. You were on Atwood. You were chasing behind Jag. Every platform she went to, you were chasing behind it. It's very interesting. I'm telling y'all, dude, this online stuff, it's funny. And not even funny, ha. Not even funny. It's funny. But yeah, man, big homie CC, you're wrong. That CC stands for Captain Crunch. That CC stands for Cuz Capping. Capping. Yo, I don't get it. And then you're lying on your dick. That's crazy. That's crazy work for a grown man, 30 plus, 40 plus, to be lying on his dick. That's bitch shit. When you really break, that's bitch shit. That's crazy, man. But anyway, man, look. Y'all start taking what these content creators, and that CC, content creator, I got it. Oh, big homie CC, the big homie, the content creator. But take what they say for a grain of salt and believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. If there was a brawl in a parking lot, that thing would have been all over the place. Like, I swear to God, it was about 10 other cats, 20 other cats there. And they were low-key filming Jag. I peeped that. Y'all were looking for a moment. You got your moment. You got that picture that you can insert into this lawsuit. Did you work for Diddy? I don't know. But did Jag work for Diddy? Not at all. But they needed that imagery, and you provided it. You're one of them. Very interesting. But we got our eye on all these cats, and I honestly think we're gonna start really breaking down the whole situation, because this YouTube stuff, people doing all types of stuff on YouTube, it's very interesting. But I'm looking into the legalities of a lot of things, and I don't think it's gonna get it's gonna be pretty. That's all I gotta say. Signing off, Wolfgang Amadeuz. Peace.
Wolfgang, where you at, man?